Now we'll study circular queue. First, we'll learn what is and how this circular queue will work. F is equal to 0, R is equal to minus 1. Initially, only one item is inserted, that is 0. So, when item is need to be inserted, just increment R by 1. So, R will point to location 0, insert one item. Now, go on increment R by R plus 1, or we can use this modulo division technique. That is, initially R is 0, R plus 1, 1 modulo 5. What is 5? Queue size, 5 locations. So, modulo division, 1 modulo 5 is 1. So, R will point here. Now, I can insert. Here, R is 1. 1 plus 1, 2 modulo 5 is 2. So, next item is inserted at this location. Similarly, I can insert third and fourth item. Now, queue is full. Now I'll delete 0th and first index value. 3 items are remaining. Now, if I try to insert an item 60, if the statement this is executed, then R is equal to 4 plus 1, 5. Now, R reached its queue size. Since it is a circular queue, R should be wrapped around to 0. This is achieved by using this modulo division. So, now this is used. Now, R is equal to, what is previous R position? 4 plus 1 modulo, what is queue size? 5. So, 5 modulo 5 is 0. See, R reached this point. Now, I can easily insert 60. So, this is not possible in simple queue, ordinary queue and double-ended queue. Right? So, this can be achieved only in the circular queue. The various operations which can be performed on circular queue are insert rear end. To insert rear end, first we need to check the overflow. Overflow, you know, right? If count, I'll take one more variable count, that is queue size minus then overflow of the queue, or else return. Now, if I want to insert an item, I'll use this formula. R plus 1 modulo queue size minus queue size. Q of R is equal to item increment count by 1. Okay. Next, to delete from the front end. To delete from front end, so initially whether queue is empty, we need to check underflow. If there is no underflow, just delete the item and again increment F by 1 and count is decremented by 1. To display the contents, again same. The previous code we can use to display the contents by using for loop, and here the formula to display each and every content we need to increment front F value, right? Next, the last type of queue is priority queue. It is a special type of data structure in which items can be inserted or deleted based on priority. Here, the element with higher priority is processed before processing the elements with lower priority. If the elements in the queue are of same priority, then elements which is inserted first into the queue should be processed. The different groups comes under priority queues are ascending priority queue and descending priority queue. What do you mean by ascending priority queue? In both priority queue, elements are inserted in any order. But for the deleting, in ascending priority queue, deleting an item from the queue, then only smallest element is removed first. In descending priority, while deleting, we need to delete the largest element, right? So this is just about the priority queue. There's no code for priority queue is required for your syllabus. Just you need to study this much contents, enough.